Hey everybody, welcome back to Steve's Garage. Here we go. Hey, the last video I said I hadn't been put a video on in a month or so, and I got a lot of guys that came back on and said, "Hey, we missed you. Love your show. Thanks for coming back," and all that. So great comments. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. So I was just busy doing my thing, and time just just slips by. Even though you're retired, it seems like, the time goes by faster than when I was working. I don't know. It's a bizarre thing. So we're on fender skirts on the 35 here. As you've seen, anybody who's new to the channel right here, this was a Model 48, 1935 Ford, and this roof line was 21 inches back here. We pushed it forward, we cut the hump back off, and we built this ass end from scratch. This is my design. Of course, this has been going on for 100 years. So yeah, 100 guys have done this same thing, and it is what it is. But this is what I'm doing to it. And as I've said multiple times, I was never trained in the auto industry. I was a builder cabinet maker my entire life. And here I am now in my retirement, building cars, having fun with it. And people said, "Hey, you should put this stuff on YouTube." So here I am. So in the last video, you saw that I was starting to bend the metal around the skirts because I'm going to do flush skirts here. They're not going, the ones you buy online, they go over the top and they screw on, or they have clips underneath and a little snap thing in the bottom that kind of snaps them into place. So I'm doing flush mount skirts. There are lots of videos on flush mount skirts, and I've taken from those videos and I've used those ideas, and I'm doing what I'm doing here. So let's take a look at what we're doing, and we'll see if we can get the outside bent pieces on, and we'll put it up against here and see, because I'm going to, once that's on, we'll cut it in into that. But I've got the latching system and all kinds of stuff to do to this. So let's see what we get in an hour today. And again, thank you very much for the great comments. Thank you for all the support, all the new subscribers. I truly appreciate it. And we're just having fun. That's all we're doing, is having fun. This is a hobby for me. It's Saturday. It's June something. I think it's the 5th or 6th, somewhere in there, 7th maybe. And raining like hell outside, which is kind of nice. My wife went to a shower for my niece today for her bridal shower, so I'm thrilled about that. And they're having fun, and so I'm having fun in the garage. Hey, tomorrow I have the Model A Club from Springfield, Massachusetts coming here they want to see what's going on in the shop here. And they're, I don't know how many cars are coming. It's only a handful, maybe 4 or 5, but they're all going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to make a video of that, and that'll be our next video. So thanks for following along. And let's take a look at what we're doing here. So this is where I've come. In the last video, I showed you that I was bending these pieces around. And let me tell you something. This was a lot of bending, because we're shrinking and we're stretching to make these curves. This was all stretching up here, then you're shrinking down here, and then if you go too far, you got to stretch it back. And this is all stretching this outside to make this curve. Here's a little piece to add on at the bottom here. We're going to weld that up and get rolling. This is my shrinker stretcher, and I'll tell you, the thing is beautiful. It really saves all the time in the world for doing this kind of stuff. This also has a curve in the fender, as you can see. Maybe you can't see. You can see there a little curve to give it some body. And trying to work with one hand here. One-handed Harry. Hang on a second. All right. So You know, down here we're going to, you know, this is some rust down here. We're going to fix that up to make that line. And then down here, we're coming around the car, as you can see, following the body lines of the car. And we're going to come around with this fender. And I am going to shape this fender out a little bit. And so hang in with me and we will do it together. How's that sound? I know you're freaking excited. I can tell. And there you have it, man. Some guys don't like skirts. I don't know. I'm a skirt guy myself. Fan of the skirts. Look at that. I think that's going to be slicker than a snot in a door handle, to tell you the truth. So, let's get to work, right chair, and we will get moving. Well, like I said, it's raining up here in New England. We were in drought territory all winter long, and gardens are all planted, and I'm having a good time with that. Growing tomatoes and peppers and all kinds of good stuff. So, let me check where we're at here with you. All right, so we can see what's happening. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom in there. And I made these little hoo-has, little spacers, and they're 1/4 inch. And these are going to go in here, and I'm going to tack weld them right in place all the way around. And that's going to give me my spacing for the fender. Now you think maybe, whoa, 1/4 inch, that might sound like a lot, right? Well, picture on the fender here, you know, on the paint job, 2-3 coats of primer, you know, both sides. Maybe 3 or 4 coats of paint by the time I'm done spraying. And then 2 or 3 coats of clear coat, okay? So what's gonna happen? Everybody at the same time, what's gonna happen? Yes, it's going to add, you know, maybe almost a 1/16 of an inch on both sides by the time we're done with all that. So we have to account for that. And this 1/4 inch now will probably wind up down about 1/8 of an inch by the time we're done. All right? So that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it, guys. All right, so what I'm going to do is make sure my spacing's pretty good by eye here. Coming back to the camera, see where you're at. I always want to make sure that you're seeing what's going on here. That's the important part, right? Now this thing, I can be completely in the wrong position. So I've got to really focus on the spacing here. And this last piece still needs a little bit of a stretch right here. So I'm going to give that a quick stretch. I have the stretcher bars set up. Right on the end here. That just laid that down a little bit the way I wanted it. Actually could go just a smidgy more, maybe like right here. Stretch that out. And it's down to finesse work, you know what I mean? So that looks pretty good all the way around by eye. We also have this small piece we bent, takes this curve, then around flush here. So, and I may still do some planishing in here to get this to curve out like this. But I want to attach this on first so everything will kind of move together. Don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's the way I'm going to do it. And that is that. This is going to be a tough one here. I'm going to take a magnet. Let's start up here. So again, like I said, this is all trial and error for me because I've never done it. We have to start somewhere. So it's it is, I have to make, that first weld has to be right in the right spot. Otherwise, I just want to put this together and grind it apart multiple times. Shit. All right, let me get one more thing. Hang on a second. I'm going to pause for the cause for a second. So I went and grabbed a magnet, little telescoping magnet here. Put that on, and that might help me. Again, as I've said multiple times, I'm working alone here, so it's like, you know, doing what you can do. That's all you can do. So we'll hook up our ground. Should have done this first. It's going to be all about this first one, you know what I mean? I gotta clean the freaking head. Hang on a minute. The maintenance that goes along with these guns, and you have to clean the head here, and of course you never clean it until it fails. You should clean it every day when you're done, but you know how it goes. Don't have to tell you that. Come on. Saw that coming. Well, the magnet held it in place, so that's good news. Let's get one like up here. Oh, you bitch. It's funny because you hold that in your hand, you can feel that stretch in your hand from the heat. Woo, doggy. All right, so what did we learn today so far? So I've got these welded on. We're pretty darn flush all the way around. There'll be a little bit of adjustment, which we will do as we go. Everything has to be constantly moved. And there you have it. Now, the other thing we have to do is put a latch system in the back here, which I don't have these latches in hand. I probably should have, but there's all kinds of other things that need to be adjusted around the back. I should have peened this better. I didn't see that until now, but that's all stuff that can be done as we go. Believe me, it's only metal. We'll move it. So let's take a look at what this will look like on the calf. I've got more that I've got to cut out here. Let me mark that. Let's take a walk over. So as you can see, I've got I have metal hitting here, so we're gonna take some more out, make way. And I'm not tracing to this lip yet. I'm just trying to get it in where it needs to go, so we can all kind of work together on that and see where it's at. Are you with me so far? Anybody? Let me get my grinder plugged in. All right, so as I've said in the past, safety first. I'd like to put on some headgear, save my head. I only have one of them. And some gloves. And we'll cut this sucker up. See if we got enough cut out there and go from there. Oh, you know what I've got? Oop. Come on now. Everybody work with me. Everybody. All right. So now you can see, take you out of the stand carefully so I don't ruin the film. And so now I've got my body line that I want in there. Then we're going to take and cut this along here and weld this in, cut and butt weld. And I've got to planish this whole fender. You know, the fender, everything's bent up to hell. So, and that's that. So let's do another thing while we got you all together today. And I want to show you how I get rid of this Bondo. It's another little trick that I saw someone else do, and I'm like, whoa, that, I wish I knew that a long time ago. So let me grab my canister here. Just a little MAP gas. The difference between MAP gas and regular propane tanks is it's hotter. It comes out hotter and it's a hotter flame, and it's better for if you're doing solder pipe welding and all that, and a little plumbing at your house. It melts that solder down better to get a good weld on your copper pipes. Now, before I start this, I used to go with sanders here, sand, and that stuff's like a rock. And then one day, and not too long ago, I saw a guy online, and I'm like, what the hell? This is, this stuff just melts like butter. I never knew this. So this is a new one on me. Hopefully it helps you out at some point. Just give it a little bit of heat, not a lot. And look at it, stuff comes off like butter. Butter. So you can teach an old dog new tricks. And then we'll get in there with our planisher and try to fix as much of this stuff up as we can. By hand, you know what I mean? And then we'll have less filler. I mean, these guys back in the old days just apparently, they were doing it to make a living, so faster is better, make money. This also takes the paint off. Like here's just paint here. Look at that paint scrape right off. This has been a real savior. This is how I've got this thing stripped pretty quick. We are by the gas filler here, although this tank has been high and dry for years, so not real concerned, but I still will stay away from it. And I'm not throwing enough heat in to warp the panel because we're just giving it a little bit of heat. So we're hitting these things all this body, putty. Otherwise, this stuff also fills your sandpaper, and you know, you're using a lot of product, which everything's expensive now. I mean, it always was expensive, but the less product you use, you know, the better off you are in the long run, money-wise, anyway. And look at that, see? Nice. There you have it. So just like that, we got all that removed quickly. Now, I'll hook up another tool. So this is a pretty cool piece of equipment here too. This has this composite stripper on it, and this is how I clean the rest of the car up. So in that short amount of time, I mean, I don't know, what was that 5-10 minutes maybe? We stripped and cleaned that fender. So now we put our new steel on for comparison. Oh, my magnets are gone. What the hell? That's a good magnet right there. Tough stuff. All right, so. I'll see the difference now. Cleaned up a little bit. Pretty cool. So again, it's all about tools. Yeah, you have to have tools, right? So there you have it. This needs to be planished just a little bit. So this is kind of, you know, away, or I don't know how to say it, but it's angled out a little bit, so I've got to run the hammer around the edge here and dolly and take this down a little bit before it goes on to here. And that's that. So one other thing I want to do while we're here, if you can see this bottom angle here, my metal is long, so I've got to cut that. And we'll do that right now and put it back in position. So we'll take that off. Put it on the bench. Hey, the cameraman's spot on today, folks. Hello. He'll charge for the entertainment value. We're just going to eyeball that. How many times have I told you that? Just eyeball. Your eyes are the only one on the project that matters. Nobody else's. So use your eyes. Use your imagination. It's all free and available. It's in your head. Do what you want. And move this a little bit. I don't know if this clamp will have. Hey, by the way, 99 cents, Home Depot. Yeah, I'm advertising for them a little bit, but I couldn't help but buy a few of those. Price is right. The price is right. Hey, you gotta try to save $1 these days, man. A $100 bill is the new $10 bill, right? All right, let's see what we got. Perfection. How can you not like skirts? Come on. Am I changing any of your minds yet? Look at that beauty right there. Love it. So then we will let's see if we can do that. So as I said before, I made this box so, you know, it's the height of basically the finished project. So when you look in the back here, this is what I'm going to do with these fenders. I want to drop these fenders down, you know, so they're like that. That's a little piece of paper I had made and spray painted to kind of chase it along. So there's the visual. You know, again, trying to get the tail drag on this thing laid down. And then this back end, So now, hopefully you can see where my vision's going with this thing. And then, you know, this paper is all over the place. So don't go by this, because this will come down even here. And then have this come in like this, see? And then around here and tie this all together. So that's what I'm seeing. I hope you're getting it now with what I'm trying to accomplish here. And that's it. So, you know, I keep going back and forth, checking this whole thing out, but we're getting a distorted view of it because the camera doesn't do us any favors here. I'm trying to get a centered view of it. So that's it. So I'm also pondering the question of, you know, this fender comes down to here, maybe cut this back also to have the flow go with this thing. We're working it out as we go, guys. That's what we're doing here. And I brought you along to help me out. So, as I said, it's all a lot of sitting, thinking, and looking, you know. I'm pretty happy with it, to tell you the truth. I think it's going to be pretty cool. And so for today, that's as far as we're going to drag this thing. I'm going to do some more work on this and finish the other side. You know, so we're ready to cut and butt weld and get this fender smoothed out. And just take it a bite at a time, guys. That's all these projects do. You just do it here and there, a little at a time, and try to get through it. So, hey, thanks for coming back. Tomorrow I have the Model A Club of Springfield, Massachusetts coming here for a little barn tour, and looking forward to that. We'll do a video of that, and one of the women that's one of the founders of this club is 96 years old, and she'll be driving her 1928 Ford Phaeton here all by herself, or she might have a passenger with her, but she did come to Cars and Coffee by herself in it. So 96. So hey, get off the couch, man. There's 96-year-olds driving Model A's. All right. Hey, have a great weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. We're back on it, and we'll try to keep moving.